This is like my third time trying to record this video. I keep messing up because I keep getting, I don't know, like nervous. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've made a YouTube video. I don't know if like how to come back. I don't know how to talk anymore on YouTube, but you know, Sidechain. Okay, in all seriousness, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I go by the name of There, and today we are going to be talking about sidechaining. It's absolutely one of my favorite tricks, tips, techniques, tools, whatever you want to call it, to use in music production. There's a couple of big reasons as to why music producers like myself use this type of compression, and it's mainly to make space in your low end for the kick and the bass to exist and be audible at the same time. You know, two very present low frequency elements of your track. They have a tendency to fight, especially in the frequency range, and I could show you that on the EQ. But, you know, when I was younger, there wasn't a lot of YouTube tutorials, and it took me, I am legit talking years to figure out how to effectively sidechain. Now, there were a couple other reasons as to why I wasn't really using the right DAW for my personal production style. So as soon as I switched over to Ableton, things got a lot easier for me and I really opened up as an artist. But sidechaining is definitely kind of like a personal vendetta for me. It's a little fight in my own sort of artistic journey to make sure that people have that information available to them. So without further ado, seriously, we're gonna get into sidechaining right now. We're gonna start by opening up a new Ableton live set, right? And I'm gonna show you exactly how to sidechain. The coffee is really helping me out on this one. Okay, so sidechaining. We know that at its core value, it's actually used as a mixing trick to make sure that you have space in your low end, like I said. But we could use sidechaining for a lot more than that. We can create new rhythms with our, you know, our hi-hat loops, our shaker loops. We could create rhythms with vocal chops. We could create rhythms with synth samples and stuff like that. Especially when we have a very hard sidechain, it'll give us the opportunity to find very, very unique rhythms that we wouldn't have otherwise came up with on our own. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna quickly pull up like a piano, no, you know what, maybe like a synth melody or some type of sample. Okay, well, I just got myself a little interesting idea. So I'm going to build something up really quickly here. Just give me a quick second. You know, when you get into your flow state, as they say, don't push down the creativity. So I got a quick little idea, and I'm going to make a little... And this really is the perfect reason and the perfect time to start using sidechaining. So I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do it right now. Literally with this little loop from scratch, and it's very, very easy, especially in Ableton, but you can also do this on many other DAWs. So if you don't have Ableton, don't be discouraged. There's a lot of ways to do this. The concept will still translate. The concept in general is that we're going to use the kick to duck or reduce the volume in this synth sample over here. And by doing so, we're going to create a lot of space, create a rhythm in the sample so it's not just blaring at you like constantly, and hopefully create some really nice vibes. All right, so let's do it. What we're gonna start with is going to the track. Right now I'm labeling it synth. That way you guys can follow along. That is not how you spell synth at all. By the way, guys, label your tracks. Just do it. Take the time, label your track. You'll feel like such a better person after. So we're gonna go to our synth track, right? We're gonna get into our audio effects and boom, 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 boom. Compressor is right over here. Similarly, you could also type compressor in the search bar. Similarly, you could go to all results. Oh yeah, fuck, I just realized I have this whole thing here. Hi, it's Future Me here. I just realized I had this massive gray block over here. For some reason, I thought it was cool to block out all your samples. I no longer think that's the case, but here is actually how you're gonna be able to reach your compressor. You'll go to that synth track like we were talking about, head over to your audio effects, and if you type compressor in the search bar over here, you'll be able to pull this bad boy up, drag it into your track, hit that upside down arrow, sidechain, input, kick, and back onto our scheduled programming. All we have to do once we have the compressor pulled up into the effects rack of our synth track, right, is going onto the track that's going to be sidechained, the one that's going to receive the reduction in volume when that kick hits. So we need to click back onto our compressor, onto the upside down triangle, I guess if you want to call it, hit the little sidechain icon, and you are getting a request for an audio input. This is where it gathers its signal from to activate the sidechain or activate the compressor. Here's all we need to do. Go to input, hit kick, which is nice and labeled. Otherwise, you would have probably had something like Blinky or something like Cymatic Sample 101 or something like that. So this is really where it's important to start labeling all of your tracks. So once we've clicked on the kick, now it's collecting signal from that. Let's play the track, see what's happening. nothing's happening. And the reason why is because we haven't dragged our threshold down. Right now, the threshold is 0. And so as we continue to drag this down in decibels, you will notice that the volume is now ducking. Check it out. The same thing could be said for the bass. The bass is still disappearing. Obviously, we need to turn this synth down, right? But our bass and our kick right now, let's listen to them interacting. They're like building on top of each other. You could hear the mightiness in that. If we just quickly go to our compressor once again, search that in your search menu. Make sure to pop that compressor out. You can see it here. It just popped in. We got this compressor on now our bass, which we're going to label bass just so everyone can follow along with me. Hit the sidechain, hit the kick, drag the threshold down. If you really want to, you can actually turn the ratio up, which will effectively just increase the compression ratio and make that sidechain hit harder. Now, keep in mind, you can overdo it with sidechaining. Teeter that line for yourself. Discover, who you are as a sidechainer and as a producer, and you'll find your way. For me, I'm totally cool sidechaining heavily. It's just a little bit of sort of worked into the style of music that I like to make, so it works out for me very well. Oh, that's some good coffee. Okay, cool. So let's start sidechaining this bass. All right, here's without. And here's with. Okay, I might keep working on that track. Actually, that one seems like a pretty dope one here. So I'm gonna call this sidechain track. All right, cool. Anyways, okay, seriously, that's enough messing around. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you found value in this, honestly, it would mean the world to me if you could sidechain the fuck out of that like button or the sub button, or don't. Honestly, I just hope that I managed to teach some producer a new thing right now when it comes to sidechaining, compression, music production. I'm super hyped on this loop, and I really hope that you have an amazing day. Once again, I am still your banger delivery driver. There, and peace out.